Oh, there she is. How's it going? Can you hear me? It's fine, you don't have to speak, just know that you can hear me. I see. Have a nice nap. I had my game turned down. Okay, Trump said, send your wife over, Taylor. Oh boy. Look at P-Fund, you know. Such a womanizer. He's just like, send me your wife. I mean, we can all learn something from P-Fund about confidence, you know? How to get a lady. I know plenty of fish in the sea, but he still wants the one on my dish. Yeah, well, that's there is a German joke somewhere in that statement, but I'm not gonna make it because I don't wanna be that racist to my favorite brethren.
Now Tommy can hear things.
Oh, hello. Yes, indeed, I can hear you too. Nice to see you again. How are
The same
things?
to you. Tommy is looking for things.
Oh, what are you looking for? Or, I apologize, what is she looking for?
Tommy is looking for things to make arrows.
How about some dragon bones? Would that be helpful to Tommy?
Yes.
Why don't you follow me then? I'll just make a little transaction here with the banker and I will lead you to my house and give you whatever your heart desire.
Thank you, thank you.
Banker. Alright, we have everything. Alright, that should do it. I can't wait for someone to come at the banker and actually steal all my money, like this gentleman currently is probably trying to do. But I have full trust in him because his name is Ulfric and I know where he lives. Alright, follow me. The abs on that lady.
Okay.
I wish I had abs. Do I love my food too much? Yes, you do. This is my shop, by the way.
It looks nice.
Thank you. Took me like a freaking week to finish it. Oops, I apologize, I slipped. These banana peels, they are everywhere.
Oh, Tommy must have very good footing.
Indeed. I was always set to gather these dragon bones, but I never actually got to any kind of arrow crafting, so I might as well just give you everything I have.
Tommy thanks you.
And there you go, it's on the ground.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. I appreciate a good bow wielder these days.
Tommy tries.
Very nice. I hope your aim will be as precise as your outfit of choice and your glorious abs.
Thank you, thank you.
Ah, money get. Sorry, I was telling RP stories to my daughter before work. What did I miss? Oh, that's awesome. I would love to share my RP stories with my, you know, friends or parents, but no one actually know what I'm doing, okay? I feel too bad. They know I'm crazy, but, you know, a certain aspects of my craziness I like to keep to myself. You like someone who pulls your strings, eh? Indeed. Very nice, Taylor. Very nice. You see, your puns and dad jokes, that's what I'm missing the most this season. What? P-Fund? I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be more coins. Oh well, Easy come, easy go, I guess. Nay. I'm pretty sure I should get more. Have you actually stolen anything? Because I'm not sure. Okay, up. I think last time I did this exchange, it took me way longer. Hello. I knew it. I knew there was supposed to be more. You scoundrel.
What are you talking about, Dehaka?
I must be going mad. I think my time is running short. I need to expedite certain
Again?
things. Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Where's my money?
Stop messing with my head. What is going on? Okay, I have an idea. Okay, this is everything I have. How is Corvin doing? He looks very furry.
Corbin, I think he's doing good, but that's Vince.
Oh. So there was a name change. Or did Corvin die?
Sorry, but 50 gold coins are not that easy replaceable.
Oh, so he did cost you 50 gold coins. I was wondering. And just 50 gold coins, nothing else. No loyalty tokens, nor other tokens, nor diamonds.
50 honor tokens and exotic animal, you know.
Oh yeah, and that you can buy for copper coins from the Galarian, right? Or one of these. Oh. Where did it go? Okay. So I have 20 gold coins. That's not too bad. Maybe in like a week I will be able to get to 50. But then I need to start collecting other tokens. But maybe some of the hunter quests will award me for my efforts. Do you want to accompany me to the highlands? I need to get some heads. If you don't have anything better to do, I could use company. Or we can just engage in a staring contest. That is definitely interesting too. Granny! Oh, I see a ghost again. Yes, it is as I suspected. My mind is going crazy. Next time I'm probably gonna... Oh boy. Wolfrix Wolf slurps Dehaka. Yes, thank you, Wolf. I feel affectionate to you too. Oh, hello, Spirit One. How have you been? Long time no see. Oh, very jumpy today. I apologize for the torch. Oh. Is that, Do you need fixing, perhaps? I know that you're trying to communicate, but Ghost doinks! Tell me, what can we do for you? Murder. Who do you want to get rid of? Me. You want to kill me? No. You want me to kill someone? You want to kill the voice that I just heard behind the portal?
Talking about me?
Oh, if it isn't the Angel of Jokes. Nice to see you again. Onyx, isn't it?
Indeed. Angel of humor. Make everyone laugh.
I apologize. Was that an insult?
No.
It definitely didn't mean to be. It's just that every time I see you, you seem like such a failure. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Wow, what?
No, it's fine. I worry not about the opinions of men I can kill.
Oh, and why would you kill me for my opinion? That's low
Oh, I
even for
wouldn't.
an angel.
No, I wouldn't kill you for opinion. I'm just saying that it wouldn't be much of a challenge if I had to.
Oh, you like challenges. Good to know. I'll prepare something for you. Something special.
No, I hate challenges. Which is why I wouldn't mind fighting.
Is that why you joined the angels and became the apprentice? Because you hate challenges?
You're an apprentice, brother.
How would I be an
Congratulations.
apprentice?
Well, that's when we first met. You mentioned that.
Wait, what is going on?
Apprentice?
Why don't we start from the beginning? Who the fuck are you?
Hi, I'm Onyx.
Nice
What is
to
your
meet you,
name?
Onyx. My name is Dehaka.
Been a pleasure.
Yes, indeed. So, who the fuck are you?
Are you Dehaka of the memory lapse?
No, I just
Perhaps
like
of
to.
the
I just like to
chemicals.
refresh and clarify.
Indeed. I think you, here's the thing. I don't know what kind of chemicals you use with the whole witch doctor stuff, but I highly, highly recommend a mask with like a better covering, maybe in a well-ventilated area. It seems to be having some adverse long-term effects.
Thank you for your feedback.
Not a problem, we're angels, always here to help. Take care.
I can see that. Say hi to your donkey.
He's dead.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, he must be in heaven, so.
No, animals apparently don't make the cut.
Oh, and who made that decision? Your father?
Right?
It's kind of just always been that way. By the way, I'm only just now noticing the ghost. Nobody yawn.
What ghost? I think you're just going crazy, old man.
I'm not even that old. The hair's not gray. It just bleaches white with purity.
Yes, it looks
We
very,
know, we
very stylish and sleek. Midlife crisis, right?
We won't mention it again.
And what about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good to know. Those
I don't
heels.
appreciate the way that you're speaking to my brothers. Before you start
indeed.
speaking that way to me, I suggest you hold your tongue.
Very well then.
Should you have anything constructive to say, by all means.
I've been doing nothing but being constructive these days. Unlike certain other factions.
Yesterday when I spoke to you, I appreciated the things you had to say.
And what changed?
The way that you spoke to my
You.
brothers.
You've changed. I don't know what happened to you, but you seem rather, I don't know, maybe somebody pissed in your morning ritual or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, I wonder. I wonder what could caused this sudden change of attitude, let me recount what happened. Demons running around, basically telling you all that are, clucking, feathers. They're just insulting you, just having fun, calling you chickens and stuff. Then they win this, whatever the book chasing was. They basically gathered even more power. They became basically uncontrollable. They are slowly but surely gathering even more acolytes into their ranks. They are changing all my friends into these abominations, corrupted. It is quite disgusting. So I apologize if I'm a bit on edge, but I am kind of tired. I don't want to just stand around and wait before demons destroy everything I hold so dear.
Will you pick up arms against them?
Oh, I already have.
What are you then here for? Oh my god.
I've been doing nothing but insulting these demons to their face. I've been trying to get their attention. And I believe I've been quite successful. I've been trying to raise some resistance against them, but so far I haven't really been successful. And every time I see you angels hanging out with them, there is nothing but pleasantries, nothing but fun little hanging out and, oh, you demons, oh, let's be friends, oh, you are so redeemable, oh yeah, not all of you are so bad, oh yes, why can't we all be friends?
I suppose you must not have heard of what happened last night then.
Well, why don't you enlighten me?
Symphony was attempting to get more information about me. Ask me why I'm here, what purpose I serve, whatever it was that he asked. I essentially told him to go fuck himself.
Nice. And?
Along with that, well, he walked away. Didn't say anything else.
As I mentioned yesterday, I have no quarrel with you. I like your guts. I like your bravery. It is much needed
Brother
change.
Onyx, do you recall in that cave? Did you see that this shaman there?
What? No.
Did
if
you
he was
remember?
in that-
No, I didn't see him there. That's fine.
Mm-mm.
Awful haughty for someone who's contributing so little. Right? If you have been there to stomp out a demon horde to the last man, bending Nikita over a rock and shoving a spear through the back of her throat, maybe.
Oh.
To take you more seriously.
At that
But of all
point,
you've done,
my strongest weapon was broken torch. Is that really what you needed at that fight? A bit of
A
light,
broken torch?
perhaps. Yes.
I mean, you never really know.
I pick my
But
battles,
there's different
okay?
ways to show support.
I know my strengths and
nothing wrong with
weaknesses,
that.
and it's not in fighting.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But maybe, you know,
Yes?
being so haughty, when it's very much so the case that you do so little, is not the right path to walk.
Oh, I do so little. How many demons have you killed?
5?
12? Something like that?
This
What was
week?
it, brother? Yeah, this week.
12.
There was a lot. Indeed, they scattered about, kind of sort of left each other to die, so it was rather easy work.
Interesting. I thought there was about 10 of them.
You know, there was like a strange sensation, like I kept seeing the same ones over and over again, but who am I to say? They all kind of look similar.
Oh, good job. So you just pissed them off even more.
Well, I suppose they'd be angered by it. Why wouldn't they be?
Hold on, Brother Hondo. Didn't you hear the man? Please, do something about the demons. Oh, thank you. I hear you've done something about the demons. Thanks for making them angry. Some people you just can't please. And for those, I have no time. Take care, Witch Doctor.
Yes, you too.
Insulting them to their face might also make them angry. A fair warning to you.
That's exactly what I'm going for. I want to make them angry. I want them to make mistake.
I gotta tell you, brother, there's a lot of hypocrisy and a lot of circles going on here. I don't really know what your point is supposed to be anymore.
Well, maybe if you actually visited my shop from time to time and talked to me, like you do now, which I very much appreciate, by the way, you might have, well, learned some of my plans. Whatever they are. At this point I've talked to so many demons, but not that many angels, so I apologize for my ignorance. Trust me, my intentions are nothing but honest. I just want my fellow human beings to be as safe as possible. I'm trying to do something that would tip the scale of balance to actually your advantage, because I want there to be balance of power, not this slaughter from the demonic side.
It's a lot of information to take in, all in all.
Oh, do you want me to write it down for you?
Okay. Okay. You have a strange way of trying to make friends.
I don't really
It's not
care for
surprising.
friends anymore. I just
You
want
just
some
said you losing all your
results.
friends and it's upsetting you. I don't.
People friends, not angel friends. I still don't know about you guys. I would like to make friends and alliances, but what's the point? Until this one came to these lands, I haven't really interacted with you that much. I visited the house of Gregory. I saw that, whatever that is, that pathetic failure of an angel who's always just being like a little teenager, just running around showing off.
I believe you're talking about. What is that one's name?
Yeah, you got me there. I don't know which.
He has a past.
But just start shooting off
escapes
names.
me.
Ula. Zane.
She's. Yep, there we go.
I met Ula and Ariel. They were the only ones I liked so far. I met Onyx, this guy. I believe he's brother to Opal. Is that correct?
That is correct.
They're related.
Oh,
Oh.
yes. I like you, Opal. You feel like a complete opposite to your brother, and I apologize for insulting him. But he gets my blood boiling.
He have that effect on people. That is a part of his charm for me. But I can understand how it can be difficult to get along with for a lot of people.
Well, thank you for being so understanding, and I apologize. I know that my words are harsh, but the past few days, they haven't exactly been easy. You know, I get threatened a lot from these demons. They always threaten to kill me every time I say something they don't like. So I'm preparing for the
Wait.
worst.
Can you explain that? The demons have been
Oh yes, I killed one of
threatening
them.
you.
I gave a
Killed
bad...
demon?
Yes. His name was Sparky. He came for a future
Oh.
reading and for an advice how to get a different color of his eyes. I told him to rub sand in it because he was stupid. And he actually did it, and then he wanted to sue me. And then he died, probably because he was blind.
See.
Then I met Shadow. Well, he called me a shit stirrer for various reasons. Maybe because I compared Nikita, the demon mistress. You might have heard about her. I compared her to Varith
Oh, of course.
in her looks. She didn't really like it. Then I met Pip. Well, I gave him a future reading that he didn't really like. And I gave him advice about women that he didn't really appreciate because he's a pathetic failure of a demon. And well, I believe he wants to kill me now too. That might be the reason why I'm a bit on edge these days. Can you really blame me?
I mean, I suppose not. But also, I mean, you had to have seen this coming. I mean, you could see the future.
I am counting on it.
Dehaka, was it?
Yes, indeed.
I worry for you.
Don't worry about me. I applaud your efforts, and I am glad that you have joined the angels in their fight. I can see that things are finally changing for the better. So I take some of my criticism back. But I want you to change your approach when it comes to neutral factions. There are many people in these lands, actually good warriors, who could help you in your efforts against demons. But so far you've been nothing but ignorant about that fact.
I've reached out to a few factions, but they insist on the... It's been a weird time, because I have reached out to the Purgatorium and the Kingdom, and previously the Hollow Guard, and I don't know. The Purgatorium seems half up for it, at least some do, but the Commander does not. And that, you know, Hollow Guard is...
The
whatever it is they are.
Purgatorium, that name is familiar. Was that the woman yesterday?
It was like...
Annabelle,
Oh,
isn't
well,
it?
yeah, she lives there. Indeed, yeah, she lives there. We went to go find her. Or tried to.
And
I
were you
insisted
successful?
on going to check on this woman.
She was-
Yes.
She was not awake, but there was an individual that was.
Pike.
Now, yes, that's his name. Thank you.
Commander, yes.
Interestingly, I spoke to a demon yesterday, a demonic priestess, a seer. She actually knows this Annabelle, and I believe she mentioned she's alright.
Good.
That's really... But we have tried, right? And it's not like we can... And we have even put it very plainly, right? You don't even need to be at the forefront of it all. We understand the, you know, the trepidation of stepping into a war between angels and demons, right? But understand angels will gladly put themselves on the front line, right? Auxiliary and support roles are still very valuable. But again, it's been a bit of a cold shoulder to the patient.
I see, and I apologize for my brothers and sisters who are just sitting around doing nothing. Maybe that's why
Look,
I am the way I am. Maybe I'm just trying to compensate for their lack of efforts.
Everyone wants to stay neutral, right? And I can't in my heart blame them. Truly.
Neutrality is nothing but a luxury these days. We are at war, whether we want to or not.
That's the exact warning I gave, right? I mean, sure, first they'll come for the angels, but then who will be left? You.
I don't agree. I don't think that the demons are going to come for the angels first. That would be a poor decision. I think it's clear that they're already going against mortal beings.
Yes,
They're already
indeed.
affecting the mortals' numbers, the neutral numbers. They haven't. How many angels have died at the hands of demons?
One since I've been here.
How many people of neutral factions, mortals, have been affected by demons, affecting their numbers?
Many.
Countless from the sounds of it.
Sometimes even 3 a day.
You're already at war with them.
That's what I've
You're
been
the
trying to
buffer
say
between
then.
the angels and the demons.
I don't want to be the last human being in these lands not converted by these demons and their foul promises.
I don't think that this has been, from the sounds of it, going the way that people believe it.
Yes, but I know one thing.
We've been going to the humans, requesting their assistance, but I believe that we should be going to the humans, offering our assistance.
Yes, indeed. Why are the demons so successful? They actually offer you something tangible. They offer you long life, power, riches. And these people, they are poor. They don't have nothing. That's what I've been trying to do so hard. Whenever I meet someone new, I give them my tools. I give them money. I give them whatever they want, just to make them less susceptible to these demons and their offerings. Because they take souls in exchange. I do not. That's what
This
I've been doing.
conversation has been very enlightened, Witch Doctor. I am afraid that I am more a lover than a fighter, but I am trying to learn.
There are other ways to win a fight than just with swords and shields. I believe your ways might actually be more useful these days. I never doubted angels and their valor and their prowess in fighting. Even yours. And I apologize that your donkey died. I didn't mean that insult. It's
Oh,
just
no, you're
that...
fine. I killed it.
Oh, fuck my life. Yes.
Do you know more about this Purgatorium and other factions who have been affected?
I met the commander of the Hollow Guard. I believe she's missing in action. Maybe the demons already got to her. I don't know about Purgatorium, but I know about many people who are not affiliated to any faction. And I know...
apologize for the interruption, but the commander of the Hollow Guard and Shad just walked into Roshni to speak with the Archangel.
Oh,
Interesting.
Lucky. That's
Oh,
honestly
what?
really. Yeah, an order of
Wait.
paladins point thing. I'm like, oh, that doesn't spell well. There wasn't really much of a hint of anything at their encampment.
Finally good news.
Mm.
And I
when,
heard
when
about...
did this happen, sister?
Oh, just before I came here.
Ah, very
Oh,
well.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
gave them
No
space.
pleasure.
I'm sure they had much to discuss.
Yes, indeed. I also heard about demonic attack on the kingdom. Apparently there were some spikes destroyed. I got it directly from Shadow. He was constructing more explosives, as he was proudly boasting about his destructive efforts.
How long
The
ago was
shadow. Yes, I'd like more information about this, please.
I know many things about Shadow. And about that incident. But
could have
you should
that they
probably
resolved
talk directly to the king himself. I believe he will be able to, directly from the source.
That's fair. So we've been led to believe that issue had been resolved, right? That it had been squashed or squelched. But if he's still making explosives, I guess there's still some intent there. It might be good to warn the king that he's not out of the woods.
I believe the continued, after I spoke with him the other day, that the continued production of explosives was due to the crucified body left on their doorstep afterwards.
I see.
Like in a
Left on the
separate
king's
incident.
doorstep.
That is correct. It had unique bite marks in its neck. So he's
Yes, I
preparing
heard
for
about
that.
this. Mm-hmm. Is Shadow preparing for this, or is the king preparing for this?
I believe both of them are. Yes.
I see. Very well.
The conflict is definitely escalating. And I believe these people at the kingdom will need any kind of help they can get. Any kind of protection you can offer. I am just one man. I can offer good advice. I can even talk to people and pursue, well, try them to join certain causes. Try to convince them. But
Do you know anything about these bite marks? These, I remember yesterday there was talk about the serpent men, and I don't quite remember everything about it, but there was talk about serpent men. Are these things demons, or are they of a different alignment? Do you know?
I was involved in that conversation yesterday about the serpent man. But unfortunately I don't have that kind of knowledge. But I know about a scholar in the jungle. He is the leader of the graveyard keepers, and he has a library, and that has many resources, both on demons and angels. And there might be a mention of these lizard people.
In the spirit of sharing information, Sister Opal led us on a bit of a venture into the volcano yesterday. And there are some rather large snakes in there. Rather large. That were not there before. After looking at the body, right, if we would compare, I want to say that it's entirely possible that, these snakes are being taken out to feed into the lands or something. Because it was a decent match. And these snakes they have to be growing from somewhere. We saw the eggs. We saw the eggs in several stages of, growth, from babes to almost full grown. So there's no way they're getting all the food they need in the volcano. So it must be taking the feed and then bringing them back.
So they are wild. They actually hunt for food.
Alongside the serpent men. The serpent men and the snakes are together.
Interesting.
Big, massive.
Well, you must be careful, because I heard they only attack angels and demons. And those who were participating at the book chasing.
No.
Yes, I have heard this actually, that the people that were involved seem to be hunted, scouted by these creatures.
Yeah, we got that straight from the
Concerning.
angel, from the demon that we stopped yesterday. I believe she had a wolf form.
Yes, yes. What is that one's name? Do you know?
Don't remember, unfortunately, but I would recognize her.
Very well. So they are coming from the volcano. Is that what you gathered upon arriving at the volcano yesterday, brother?
There are nests and nests of these eggs, so it's gotta be.
So a new faction. They might need armor.
If anything, they're certainly arming up. It's definitely a step up from what they had before.
When I went to investigate again this morning and check on everything, well, I guess it was almost yesterday evening, but regardless, it seemed that they were slowly building up to something. I recommend that in a few days, we go back and check again. It's difficult to see over a small period of time, but by then, we may be able to get a much clearer picture of exactly what's happening.
Yes, indeed. But I'm afraid they're planning an invasion, and giving them time will only make things worse for us. We need to prepare too.
That's true. If that's what they're doing.
Do you think the demons know?
I agree that. I believe that they do. There was some talk last night about the volcano and that sort of thing. They were talking about it here in town, but I didn't gather everything. But I assume that if that one demon was here while we were discussing it, I'm sure that them and their horde know.
I have an idea. Why don't we release a rumor that a preemptive attack might get rid of these lizard people. And perhaps that explosions are their biggest weakness.
I suppose we could bomb the volcano, yeah. I don't see why that would hurt.
Unless we cause it to erupt and destroy our own land.
But what are the odds of that, sister? Come on now.
It's a volcano. It's a highly unstable vessel of hot lava. And in honesty, we would only be risking the human lives since we don't really die.
And what about all the meteors that fall on the volcano?
Those really hurt.
Yes, indeed.
Not gonna lie.
Just
Okay,
like explosives.
True.
I see your point. I don't want to risk the lives of innocent. But if these lizard creatures awaken, then I fear for us all if there is so many of them. And I fear for demons having explosives.
Is there a way these serpent men, they thrive in the hot lava filled volcano, instead of explosives? Is there a way perhaps that we could freeze it, cool it down? I'm sure that would make them extremely uncomfortable.
Maybe a coalition of mages? I'm not sure. You got the real creative for that one, sister.
Although, when we were there, Hano, even we realized that some of the temperatures had been shifting into a more soothing area. The cooling may have not the desired effect you're looking for.
I see. Wait, the volcano was cold?
Some places.
yeah.
A little. Right, there was a lot of weird smoke. The temperature itself was maybe not super cool, but alarmingly cool compared to the rest of it.
With all the changes that have been happening about daylight time, maybe it's somehow connected to that.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
These serpent men, they don't... I'm sure they don't like the cold, but why is the volcano getting cold? Why is the volcano getting cold? Why are the serpent men leaving the
It's
volcano?
running out of lava.
Well, if they have any actual correlation with the reptiles we see elsewhere in the world. Cooler temperatures allow for the female gender to be propagated more successfully within a lot of reptilian species. This could be exactly what they're doing.
Interesting. Huh. Some things to think about. In fact, I think perhaps some of this might need to be brought to the Archangel's attention as well.
Oh, it's
Yes.
all already been given.
Good, good. Witch Doctor, I do have one unrelated question.
Why don't you ask once we take a little nap? I suddenly feel very tired, and I feel like you guys could use a little nap too.
Very well.
Yes, I am seeing that now as well.
Yes, of course.
Very well.
I have some pillows at my shop. They are quite comfortable.
It sounds lovely.
Why don't you follow
I
me?
think I will take you up on that offer.
There we go, my little resting place.
Perfect.
You will be safe here. I believe the server already crashed. Alright. Exit main menu. Okay, I'm so sorry guys, I ignored the chat. Let me see what I missed. Ghost Doinks, yes, his donkey's dead, sounds like right pen yes. By the way, I love that character so much. He's like one of my favorite angels. He's basically, you know, like a high school joke about angels, so I kind of like to give him shit for that. Staring again, yes, of course, by the way. I kind of like that they gave me a chance to explain why my character was mad, you know, about the angels. Until this convo, you know, conversation, Dehaka wasn't exactly pleased with angels, even though he saw a lot of potential in Cupiditas. I can't remember her name. Cupida, something like that. Moriko's new character, not Moriko. Sammy's new character. Thank you so much for the follow, Sammy. I of course was just talking about you. So yeah, that's the reason my character was a bit, you know, salty, and of course you guys know me. I like to give shit to anyone, so. The angels were sent to do a job and they failed. Wait, sorry I missed it. God, shut up. I disagree to almost all Dehaka said. Well, I'm not saying that whatever Dehaka is saying is reasonable. I am just, you know, and I have my character development to that kind of may make things a bit more complicated. At least what I'm trying to say, you know, it changes things a bit. I have certain motivations that, yeah, that haven't been revealed yet. Well, ignore, have fun. I am so sorry, Granny. I noticed in local chat that you actually try to communicate, but you know, whenever these conversations actually happen, it's kind of hard to follow. Like, I always feel bad, for example, when we have LV between us and we all talk. Things like this kind of get ignored, you know, and it's kind of hard to keep up. I'm already, you know, a bad roleplayer enough to pay attention to whatever is being said at the conversation, and to pay attention to local chat is sometimes impossible for me. So I apologize if anything was ignored, but feel free to try to communicate again, and I will give you proper attention that you deserve. Now we have Serpent Man wanting to breed. This is all about who breeds more. The kind of war. Maybe. I definitely like that there is kind of a new dynamics in this duality, you know. We have been introduced another participant of this conflict, so I kind of am interested to see where it will end up. How have I not been following LOL? Well, because you have good taste. Why would you be following me? I'm shit. But thank you so much. Outbreeding your enemy is a viable strategy. Yes, indeed. We already learned about that from Lucas and Moriko. Wait, I just got here. What's happening? I'm catching up on chat. I am terrible at talking to chat, whenever I'm RPing. So I'm trying to scroll up and see what I missed. Demons win then. I hear they have orgies all the time. Oh yes, that is for sure. Did somebody say breeding, Smirks? Oh yes. It seemed power gamey to read the writing when I'm not even looking at the ground. Yeah. I was turned back too, so... But I did bring it up. Yes, I have noticed, and yeah, I feel bad. We have P-Fund to win the war with breeding. Yes, indeed. P-Fund the womanizer is on the job. Inspector P-Fund is on the case. And again, I'm definitely glad that I finally got a proper chance to RP with angels to set the record straight a bit. Because I definitely want to help them, OOC in this conflict. They don't need any more enemies than they already have. So, but I couldn't, just be, hey guys, I'm nice, let me help you. Lol, what do you think of me telling you to watch your tone? Was it too harsh? It was very fitting, and it was actually the only thing that allowed me to reflect, upon my character's choices and to actually admit that I might have been too harsh. But then again, I've been through some shit these days, and I haven't really spoken to that many angels. Like, the only angels I have basically interacted with wasn't even an angel, it was Moriko, and when she actually introduced me to Ariel and Ula. Other than that, I basically just saw, Onyx a few times, who I love, that again, needs to be said. And of course, whenever I saw this, I don't know his name, but the guy that is kind of leading you right now. Opal is of course awesome too, but the older guy, with the older voice, whenever he says like something happened and his father is testing him, it always cracks me up. It's such a good joke. So I definitely like him too. And I'm glad that, again, I finally got a chance to RP with angels, because I usually just hang out with demons, and that's why they want to kill me. Hey, it's Moriko with wings, having a voice you can't change, does that? Oh, sorry. Kinda why I can't change characters too much either. No voice change. You know what, Granny? That's not really fair. If people actually, make these these remarks, about, oh, she sounds like Moriko, or, oh yeah, that really sounds like Ulfriga, I hate when people do that. Like in game, I don't mean in chat, it's of course funny. All my characters sound like John, but it's kind of like a metagaming, or it's kind of shitty, and I know a few RPers and streamers who hate it so much they actually switch servers whenever someone does that to them. So I wouldn't worry about it, just try your best to make your voice unique, and I am sure that good RPers will roll with it, and the shit ones, well, screw them anyway. I try to make sure my characters all sound very different. I think that's what we all try to do. It bothered me yesterday that angels were talking around with antlers, horns. I think it's an OC pride thing. No, I kind of like that. It gives us an opportunity to actually change things, And demons are definitely a bit more organized, and their plans are a bit more solid, but they also do things, that you wouldn't exactly expect from demons. So it's only fair that angels, are having fun and are doing what they're doing. And it at least gives us, different characters, non-angelic and non-demonic, a chance to influence them, to become maybe even something else. I had that happen, change characters and people call me out by last character's name. Oh yeah, it sucks. It happened to me so many times and I was always so pissed, But hey, at least you will realize like who the good RPers are and who isn't, Have had that yeah, sorry, I read that. This Cupita lady is sassy. Yes, indeed, she is. I love Cupita. She's awesome. But they don't have their wings out. But Cupid does that all the time. Oh yes, I have seen it yesterday on your stream. Of course, guys, go give Sammy a follow. She's a badass streamer, and of course she's playing Cupida. And yes, I love that what your character is trying to bring, you know. And I'm glad that we're on good terms again, even through my rant, even after my rant. The angels needed that in the beginning. Oh yeah. That's probably right, P-Fund. That was like the missing link, you know, like one strong asshole angel. Oh, the server is already back. Let me check the Discord just in case. I'm sorry guys, I've been talking to chat. And I missed the freaking game. How did we get Cupid anyhow? Is there enough of them in play already? Oh boy, I didn't even make it to the shop. But still they got the job to do, not humans. Cooler heads prevail. Oops. Oop. Are they still in there? Okay. I think we all crashed before we got even to the shop. Hello, I apologize, I took a bit of a longer nap. One of your trolls is actually in my shop, if you're looking for it.
Yes, I believe that might be mine.
Yes. Okay, muting up. Sounds good. Is that like a consent is key? Probably.
Apparently, Achilles was eager to have his palm read.
Oh, interesting. I don't really do that, but yeah, I might attempt on Achilles if he's into that. Little palm reading wouldn't hurt.
I'm not 100% certain, to be honest.
Well, I can do it right now. Judging from, well, judging from all the damage on his palms, I presume he likes to wield an axe very often. How am I doing?
Let's see. Good, I suppose. It's interesting that you say that there's marks on both of his palms, because he originally wielded a two-handed sword,
Interesting.
but I took that away from him and gave him an axe.
Makes sense for these trolls to switch weapons. I love the outfit, by the way. Looks very traditional.
Yes, I think that most of my the men and women that come into my ranks will dress similar.
Consistency is the key. That's what I hate about these demons. They always change their outfits. And I always forget their names. It's hard for me to recognize them. So I've been proudly, well, busting their balls that they all look the same to me. And they don't really appreciate these comments. Hello. Oh, is that you,
What are you
Ulfriga?
doing today? Yeah?
I actually wanted to ask you a question. Perhaps you could enlighten us about, well, do you happen to know anything about lizard people? From the volcano. Serpent kind. The one that likes to multiply and attack angels and demons. Any mentions in the archives?
Ah,
You are well versed in the
cultists
knowledge of
of
ancients.
Skelos.
Oh,
That's what they call themselves.
cultists of Skelos.
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to know what their true intentions are?
They're snakes. They like Skelos. I don't know who Skelos is really. Gonna have to look into that.
Please do.
Apparently, when that book was destroyed, it caused some kind of disturbance in the volcano.
Oh, makes sense. Well, we knew they were connected to the books, but
Yeah, apparently there's a big ash plume and cloud in the sky and everything. Something happened up in the volcano.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I guess if you mess with somebody's home, they're gonna come mess with you.
Well, that's only fair. So they're in it
Yeah.
just for a revenge.
Maybe.
Do you believe
I heard
they're...
they've been attacking people.
Oh yes, they were. Do you believe they are actually able to be reasoned with? Is there any chance to talk to them?
I don't know, I never had any of them talk to me before. Just see them hanging out in that volcano.
Yes, that's what I was afraid of. I don't suppose they would be willing to aid us against the demonic threat.
I don't know, they kind of seem their own people.
Yes, but since the demons were actually the ones that were more successful at gathering those books, and they actually claimed the reward, maybe there could be an argument for these snake people to hunt them a bit more than the angels who were just bystanders dragged into that conflict, so the demons don't get the upper hand.
I don't know. I mean, they were here before the ancients arrived. So... they're the only ones left from that war. Makes you wonder.
Yes, indeed. What?
Perhaps this has a more natural effect than we're leading on here. Perhaps the cooler temperatures in the volcano was brought on by the book, but they're breeding at a faster rate because of the cold temperatures. And because it's too cold, they're leaving the volcano. It sounds like they're affecting places that are warmer. For example, the Purgatorium is here in this desert.
Yeah, well, how does that explain attacking the Bard College at the Highlands?
If they truly are attacking the ones that were directly affected, they weren't actually attacking the Bard College, they were attacking Sister Opal for being
That is correct.
Oh,
present.
Yes.
Well-
I was there helping him construct it, and although he was outside many a time, it did not attack until I was outside on my own.
then it seems like it's a vengeance thing.
But them
Sucks
growing
to
in
be
numbers,
people chasing books.
them growing in numbers could be affected by the temperature. Maybe that's why there's more of them. Maybe they're getting overpopulated.
I would say there's more in that volcano than you thought. And they're just all coming out. Like cockroaches in the woodworks.
Hello.
Hello.
You make it cold
Oh.
and they're all gonna come out.
Brother
Kinda like
Onyx,
turning
it's,
on a light.
Hi, brother.
an intense look.
Oh yes, indeed.
I do love the red.
You don't see me outside of my traveling gear.
No, I don't think that I have. I like the look for you, brother.
Thank you.
In all technicality, the only people to survive the last war with the ancients and the serpent men and the humans was a few humans and the Sobek that follow the crocodile god.
Oh,
So back.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Refugees. Oh, and the
Yeah, they
Defarted,
have a
because
camp
of course they
somewhere.
eat people, so yeah.
at least we know they were beaten once, and they can be beaten again.
I think you failed to hear that Serpentmen's the one that outlasted the ancients, who are believed to be more powerful and more magical.
Oh,
Interesting. Well, this has been enlightening.
Yes, indeed.
I don't even remember what we were doing in the first place.
I touch in with the Archangel.
Was it? Okay.
Right, that was the plan? Or
Oh yeah,
so we...
and I went and did the plan.
Safe travels to you.
Yeah, it did? Wow, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I went through, and then I was like, oh, they're right behind me, so I went all the way there. And then he was like, oh, what are we doing? I was like, I'll catch you up. And then I came back,
the
and then you
tricks.
guys were still talking.
Oh. Oops.
The commander's there now, so
Right.
the paladin, so we could go see her.
Yes. Perhaps that would be wise. Yes, I'd like to meet this commander.
Yeah, I'm sure she can use some divine help of some sort.
May I accompany you? I would like to meet her too again. If she's the same commander.
Yeah. I mean, Roshni's open to anyone. Feel free to come along.
Well, that sounds
Very
like
well.
an invitation.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Hello, Wiggly. Is it Wiggly or is it, what is it again? I apologize.
Jiggly.
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 Oh, hi, Jiggly.
Hello, Pip.
Did you see Pip?
Yes, this one, isn't
Yeah,
it?
right there.
Oh no, it's Trix. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, these demons, they all look
You're
the
gonna
same.
get a blade one of these days in your fucking forehead, asshole.
Oh, easy there, sister.
Just an honest
try that.
Your
mistake.
sister, brother, go away.
But one day you
Pesky
might be.
chickens.
Oh,
Go on your business. I'm minding
be
my
today.
own. Oh,
Dehaka, have you seen Ulfric? His dog's here.
I haven't.
who would not be grumpy with so much brightness in our eyes?
Hmm. Is it an issue? Does it hurt you?
Yes, you stink.
Oh, you're gonna hurt
reason
my
to be
feelings.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Doesn't seem to take much. You wear him on your sleeve.
But if it worries you that much, I mean, feel free to be on your way.
I mean, I'm standing here minding my own business. Who are you to tell me I need to be on my way?
No, it's
Hello,
not saying
Sticks.
You have to be. We can't stop shining. That's what I'm telling you.
Hello.
Right? If it bothers you, right?
Oh,
Then I'd
Sticks, I
worry
haven't
about
seen
it.
him
If
in a
not,
while.
It's fine.
I would not go to the outhouse for like a good 20 to 30 minutes. I just, yeah. I'll go in there.
Thank you for the warning.
Yes.
And you're calling us foul and smelly.
Well, you're standing half naked in front of me, so, I mean...
Honestly, if you go in there, you can go in there. It smells like, what is it? Roses. Perfectly fine.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, they like roses, don't they?
Your insults bore me.
Your
Hello,
red
Witch
hair
Doctor.
bores me.
Isn't your head red? Red? No, it's orange.
Oh.
Are you colorblind?
Recognize that voice anywhere.
Wouldn't you both classify as redheads, right?
What the hell is
Yeah,
that?
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
You can't say that with that thing behind you.
Is that the red unicorn?
Oh, hello!
More
yeah.
abominations.
Good morning.
How are you? I would rather have a conversation with you.
Smells tasty.
Since the nice angel I met the other day, it seems like he is completely changed.
Oh,
That's freaking awesome.
All right, very simply, right? You threatened this man like rather crassly.
I didn't threaten you, I threatened the witch doctor. Get your
Right,
facts
but right in front of me. Oh yeah, I did say threaten this man, right?
Good.
Oh no, I don't
That
feel
was
threatened
Dehaka.
at all. It's just a little, you
Oh.
know, just a little exchange of insults. I always thought the demons would appreciate it, but they seem to be very sensitive these days. Hello, Fox. How have you been?
Quite good. You wouldn't happen to have a horse carcass you weren't using, would you?
Oh, I always have
Yes,
horse
we actually
carcasses.
have.
Yes,
You actually.
I have need of one.
You can come by us, Fox.
Yeah,
Do
but
you also have horse carcasses?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, we eat
like
Well,
them.
they do come in handy.
Do
for
they? Okay,
certain
this is
things.
Just
Not
like
gonna
we
lie to
have
you.
keep the humans' hearts and eat it for dessert.
Well, I'm not going to eat the horse carcass, but I'm sure something will.
Oh no, not you.
sounds like
Alright, I
Trix
guess
has
I
you
should
sorted with her collection.
Sister, remember to get a horse carcass. Seems to be the thing to have.
Yes, we can be more accommodating if we keep a spare or two around.
And if you want them
Oh,
to
don't
keep
take
fresh,
anything
keep
from
them
me.
at the fridge.
Oh, yes, plenty of ice.
Yeah, you read the good stuff.
Freaking horse.
Yeah, what
What
is
are
it
you
that you're
doing?
throwing on the ground?
Oh, it's what was it? The Cupid angel, I believe. they
Alright,
call
so you
it.
mix them both together, right? You just reel it.
No, thank you.
What is it? I'm
Fair
beyond.
enough.
Oh,
I see a bit of dragon powder. That's it.
We need to talk, brother.
There's two things in it, and hold on,
Oh,
hold on.
hello.
We don't
Oh.
need
Are you
to
trying
do
to
anything.
make
You
us
want
fall
the
in
dog.
love with you or
To be
something?
clear.
Ah.
Plus, I'm busy at the moment. I need to go to a camp. More than welcome to follow, though.
We're going to go see the Archangel and the Commander.
All right, well, take care.
Be safe, Onyx.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
is
don't
a
get
very-
cut down on your journey.
Red horse.
It's a unicorn.
Unicorn, apologies.
A unihorn.
What?
A unihorn.
There you are. I found your dog standing out here.
right. The commander. Right.
Of course.
Let's go.
It was nice to see you again.
Oh,
Take
thank
care.
God. This thing is
Oh,
Why
really...
so
okay.
busy?
You can grab it back now.
You can thank Father specifically if you wanted to thank a god.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
What the hell?
Everybody seems grumpy today.
Oh yeah, touchy.
Yes, God forbid they be a little uncomfortable. I'm sorry if that interaction made you uncomfortable.
Oh no, not at all. I'm used to making fun of Trix. I kind of appreciate that we have these demonic brothers and sisters like Trix and Styx, and on the other hand we have Opal and Onyx. They seem very similar.
Do they?
Styx
In
is
what
very
ways?
Styx is very level-headed, unlike Onyx, and well, Styx is like Opal, and Trix is more like Onyx. At least that's how I feel.
Interesting.
Maybe there is some sort of balance from your father.
Perhaps.
Is this their base?
Oh, this is a Kildoran priest. His name is, what was it, Scythe?
Oh yes, I remember him. He also knows a lot about ancients.
Oh, indeed, quite the studier. What scholar even.
Hello.
Hello. Hello and hello and hello.
Hello.
You were asleep in the yard yesterday.
I was. Oh, yeah.
That's
I was.
Hassan, isn't it?
I slept in the tavern because you were nearby. When I got up, you were gone, or I would have said something.
Yeah, I was doing some renovations there.
Okay. Is the commander still here?
I think she just headed back to keep.
Of course. Missed her. It's alright. She doing well?
Yeah, she is. I believe she sent out ravens. Just letting everyone know that she has returned.
Fantastic. Well, we won't keep you. Thank you very much.
Yep. See you around.
See you soon.
Stay safe.
It appears we took just a bit too long. I apologize, Witch Doctor.
No, it's my fault. I kept you for too long. But at least I learned about your intentions, and I was able to correct some of my prejudices, and that was definitely worth it.
Yes, I do suppose so, but I would like to speak to these paladins. This commander.
Guard is not too far from here. I can't imagine you wouldn't catch her if she just left.
Do you know where the King's lands are?
Yes, actually, a bit.
Hey, Annie. I love Trick so much.
At that tavern.
They're like next door. To the east, on the far side of the lake.
Well, I would like to, if you're still willing, I would like
I am
to
counting
get
on
in
it.
a few spars.
Yeah.
It's mostly for,
Voice.
Yes. Very well.
Witch Doctor, is there anything else we can do for you, or anywhere we could take you? That's not the question I wanted
that
to ask.
definitely sounds like you're my kindergarten teacher, and I feel very much like a burden now. Thank you.
No, that's not what I meant.
What we're saying is we
I-
understand that watching two people spar cannot be the most thrilling thing in the world, but if you wanted to, you're welcome to.
I
But
just
if
want my
anything else-
mommy.
Well, if you ask nice enough.
Not that kind of mommy. But thank you for
No,
the
maybe.
offer. You go and spar. You will need it very much in these trying times.
Thank you. And thank you for all of the information, Witch Doctor. Please be safe.
Anytime. My shop is always open. If you seek information, or if you're interested about other things, feel free to seek me out. I am mostly around during these hours.
Understood.
I will do my best to teach people about these events that have been happening. To at least provide them with enough information so that they can be safe, in case these lizard people will try to attack.
It's definitely something to be wary of. Definitely should be on high alert, because, I mean, truly, if they can strike as deep as the Heartlands, I mean, they can hit anywhere.
Yes, indeed. It was a pleasure to see you all. Stay safe.
Safe travels.
See you soon.
I'll look inside and see if there's not anybody who...
Let's try to find a portal back home. I love when people come here to give me shit about my characters. You know, it's always fun. Okay, there's this bridge. You guys might think that I'm stirring the pot too much, but I actually need to do it even more, you know. To accomplish my character's goals, I need to be even more nasty and evil to these demons. So I apologize if that's not your cup of coffee. Oh, by the way, and thank you, Granny, if you're still around for that lore explanation. You know, I feel like a lot of us who RP in Conan are very very ignorant on the bigger picture of the lore. And admins, of course, know their shit, you know, and they plan these events in advance. And it's kind of nice that we can rely, you know, on people like you who can teach us about the ancients and lizard people and all the good stuff. Annie, I love you. Yes, we all love her. You do you. Oh yeah, I definitely will. Please tell me how to pronounce your name. I never know if it's cat or set or C-E-T. I feel bad. I feel like I should know. Just write it phonetically for me, please. Don't torture me. If there is one thing that sucks about streaming, it's not knowing how to pronounce people's names, okay? Portal.
Nothing.
Oh, we have Wolfric.
What?
Oh dear.
Hello. Whatever is easier.
Oh, you
Oh, he's back.
Again.
Long time no see. What did I miss?
Right.
How about a dagger in your forehead?
Nothing much. Just a bunch of shit talk. That's about it.
Come on. You ain't got no balls
Get out
for
of my
that.
face or I'll claw your eyes out.
I thought so.
What if he doesn't have any eyes? What if he's fooling everyone behind that mask?
And I will
Make me
rip his
impressed.
heart out.
I suppose
Okay,
we could go
that
from
would be
there.
disgusting and bloody.
I like disgusting and bloody. You know
Yeah, what did you
perfectly well
expect?
who I am. There's no other human or demon or angel I've seen with orange hair.
I prefer precision and, you know, clean.
Yeah, he's German. Of course he does.
Well,
Nah, it's better when it's messy.
I prefer whatever gets the job done.
But that takes so much time.
That's the best part. You want me to take your heart out with a spoon? You'll love it.
I'm more worried about you kicking my heart out with your heels.
Yeah, I can do that too. Let's try it.
And I pass.
Oh, there's an
but-
idea. A
But
knife
Dehaka
and a
might,
heel.
you volunteer. You volunteer for everything.
For what? For having my heart ripped with a spoon?
No, with
no,
you.
with my hands. And my nails.
See,
See?
she's more capable. I would have to use an instrument.
Interesting. Good
Can
to
you
know.
at least sharpen the spoon beforehand? You know.
Where's the fun in that?
Where's the? I was gonna say that. Where's the fun in that?
As I said, it's not efficient.
You know, I have a better idea. How about a nice cup of tea instead? All this ripping out of organs sounds unnecessary. We're all friends here, aren't we? What do you think, Mr. Sticks? You're always so level-headed. Why don't we smooth out this situation?
Of course, yes. What is this custom? You said tea.
Yes. Nice cup of tea.
Yes. Should you fetch me a glass of tea, then of course I'll have some.
Of course, maybe even add some coffee. For those who
Yes,
are
yes,
adventurous. Come on, I have some at my fridge.
Perfect.
I will make it special hot for you, Mr. Sticks.
I believe I got some.
Good.
Outside tonight.
Come on. What is happening with your sister? She's always so angry.
Yes.
I do not know, Dehaka.
I fear for her, you know. People with anger management problems, they get their lives ruined. And I believe it must apply for demons too.
Yes, yes.
Why don't you send her sometimes
what?
to my shop? We might work on that a little. You know, teach her some manners.
Well, I think she has perfectly fine manners, Dehaka.
Maybe for a demon, but you know, when she gets herself into these situations, when she talks to both angels and humans, I believe she could do a little better, you know, to make a good impression.
Perhaps we're just a bit tired of making good impression.
I see. I see. Are angels giving you trouble these days?
They always give us trouble.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, these white little chickens running around, being all stuck up and such.
May I have a seat here in this chair?
Of course. Let me just give you the coffee first.
Yes.
Oops, no.
Oh, that's his girlfriend.
And there is a little snack for you.
Oh, sure.
Perfect.
He quite likes blue.
I'm not sure if this is what you fancy, but it's the only thing I currently have when it comes to sacrifices.
Well, and the sacrifice is noted. Thank you for giving it to me.
Or you're most
Is there
welcome.
any,
Mother.
is there any request for the sacrifice that you wish?
Oh, no. Just a bit of your time is more than enough. I value these conversations that we rarely get to have these days. I haven't seen you for so long.
Yes, I've been quite busy.
I see.
There's business here in the shop.
Oh, it's actually great. You know, I meet so many people. And recently, I've actually met a few angels here and there. Finally. They usually just, hang out in that house of Grigory, just jumping into rivers and such. I usually hang out with demons these days.
Well, at least she's not afraid of fire.
Tommy is looking.
So,
Your name is Ted.
do tell me more. Tell me more. What have you been up to?
Tommy?
Well,
Tommy.
mostly, I've just been making fun of your sister whenever I get the chance. I always felt like, I always felt
Be
like
careful with that.
she always felt like such a strong, leadership type. And I felt like she would appreciate if people were more direct and brave around her. And less of a, oh, let me make sure I don't step on her toes. Oh no, I wouldn't like to displease my mistress. Oh, hail the glorious tricks. Am I incorrect in that feeling?
That might be the very most wrong impression you have of me.
Interesting. Well, you see, I spent a lot of time with Pip and Shadow. And they seem to be very... well, they are nothing but servants to their mistress, Nikita. They seem very submissive. And I kind of appreciate your kind of demons. The ones that they don't give no shit. They just care about power.
Is that what you think of me? I just care about power.
Is that not what you care about? As a lawyer, you must care about power. The power to
well,
grasp justice
like
with your
that.
hand.
Yes, I do. I do enjoy power, but it is not to mean I do not respect the order of things.
I see. So the mistress Nikita has you by the balls too, I presume.
No. Should I wish to do something, I would do it.
I see. Finally some autonomy. It's very rare these days to find demons who are capable of free thinking and bravery.
Or if I go to bed, then I send a raven.
I see what you're trying to do. Trying to paint me as paint us all as just subservient beings. We are not. We are all our individual. But we have respect for those that lead.
Respect is, yes, that is certainly a good quality, especially for angels. They are so respectful these days. They don't want to offend anyone. They just accept all the insults from your demonic kind. I am glad that you are actually learning from them. Trying to get to know them, trying to get on their level a bit more. That is good to know.
Yeah, that back there was 100% respectful.
I am being honest with you, nothing else. That it means that
No,
I'm showing you
being
respect,
honest with you.
and I appreciate that.
I like you.
And I like you too.
I hate you.
Touching.
Trix, don't get so upset.
I hate
This
you
man
too.
likes to stir chaos.
Isn't that what you
Yeah.
demons like? A bit of chaos.
Yes, the
I
chaos is
like
not
chaos
bad.
on other people, not on myself.
Oh, where's the fun in that? There is no fun in order.
And this man entertains me. Are you sure you did not win the contract?
One day, Mr. Sticks, I will ask you for your services. But it's just that I don't have anything to offer to you in exchange. I feel like you have bigger fishes to catch than poor little Dehaka, who can barely craft a torch.
You see, I do not think that is true to your character. I think you are much more than you let on.
Oh, you're giving me too much credit.
But the person who wishes not to be seen would always say that, now wouldn't they?
Dehaka, can I ask you a question?
But of course, always, my dear.
Did you kill your mother?
Why don't you ask her?
She's a skeleton.
Then you have answered to your question.
If I could go back to hell, I would talk to her probably where I presume she is.
I did not kill her. If that's what you're asking. Dehaka did not kill her.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't change the fact that she's indeed dead. And I do feel a certain sense of responsibility.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Just causality. Action and reaction. Nothing can escape
Is
it.
that why you give her all the chickens? You forgot to feed her or something?
No. She was always so fond of them. So I wanted to introduce some company to her. You know, it must get boring sitting there all day, just reading the same page of the same book.
Uh-huh. That's very sweet of you.
Oh, thank you. You see, I'm a very sweet man.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
Sure.
Yes.
You're awfully close.
Am I?
Oh, he likes
Are you uncomfortable?
No. But I might not be able to control myself if you're that close.
Oh, do I have that effect on you? Are you feeling all tingly inside?
More like I wanna rip out your heart.
Oh, you're after my heart. That is indeed sweet. But I'm afraid I can't really reciprocate those feelings. You see, it's not that you're below my standards. It's more of a, I already had my fair share of romantic relationships. But I appreciate the offer indeed.
I'm not interested in any relationship. They are
Yeah.
boring.
Oh, maybe you haven't found the right person yet. Look at Mr. Fox. He seems like such a solid demon. I could even mistake him for a man. Just a common person with good intentions and
Are
good
you
heart.
trying to matchmake me with Fox?
Oh, I would never. I'm just making observations.
Why are you so
Do you-
upset? Like, no.
Do
No
you
offense,
think that I'm
Fox.
a demon?
I always thought so. Am I not correct?
Afraid not. I'm human.
Even better. What do you think about Miss Trix over there? Isn't she lovely? Wouldn't you like to spend more time with her? Just get to know her.
What you see is what you get, and I would like you to stop trying to auction me off.
I feel as though I'm nothing if not pragmatic.
I
And
see.
I'd like to think that, well, relationships serve their purpose.
I see
And
your
at the
point.
moment, working relationship, I feel, serves quite the purpose.
You know, being colleagues, that's a solid base for a potential romantic relationship. You know, you get to work with each other for too long. You're both attractive people. One thing leads to another, and before you know it, you will end up in bed together. It's so
How
natural.
about let's stop this conversation before I lose my temper.
Oh,
And that,
I
well, I
apologize.
end up wherever the mistress puts me.
Of course, of course.
After all, right now I see the most gain by serving her, such as it is.
I see. You have your priorities straight. And let this be a lesson to you that if you ever want to, steal woman's heart, you first need to ask her brother for permission.
Apparently, if you want to steal someone's heart, you need a spoon that is unsharpened.
Yes, though.
Or at least that's what I gathered from the conversation. Although, I suppose you should ask the brother first, before using the spoon.
A valuable lesson indeed, for us all. Oh, hello there. So many guests.
I'm gonna head home for a little bit.
Okay, it's
Of
my...
course.
It was nice to see you again, little demon.
Yes, Dehaka, I appreciate the coffee. But I must be on my way as well.
Of course, always a pleasure, Mr. Sticks.
and tricks.
Ah, Shlomo. Nice to
Oh,
see
that's you? I didn't know.
Good seeing you again.
Take care, Dehaka.
Nice to see you too. I'm sorry it
Always
was
a pleasure.
overstayed or welcome in this stinky hole.
Pleasure was all mine, Mr. Fox. Goodbye, Tricks.
May darkness burn your place down.
Oh, that wasn't very nice, but I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. So yeah, those are my friends, demons. What do you think about them? Aren't they lovely?
Yeah, they're not without their charm.
Yes, I want to kill them all.
I would never say that personally. I have nothing against them inherently.
Yeah, me neither.
I like to go a person by person basis, depending how I feel about someone.
You know, I was of a similar feeling until they started corrupting my friends, until they started gathering this army of darkness, until they changed the daylight. That's when it became personal, and I'm done playing nice. That's why I am the way I am. That's why I've started to talk to angels and actually gathered some resistance to these little demons.
Also, I did hear a comment that you made earlier earlier when you were talking with angels. It sounded like you're giving crap to people that are trying to stay neutral, and personally, my people are trying to stay neutral. So,
Try to stay neutral, dear. We are neutral.
yes.
Of course you are. Until someone attacks you,
why?
and you won't be able to defend yourself. Then you will ask for help. Those who will be able to protect you. Do you think that these demons will stop if you just tell them, oh, we're neutral, we don't want any conflict, oh no, we're fine, just doing our own thing, They won't care. These demons, they just want more souls. And until they get them all, they won't stop. At least that's what I'm afraid of. I wish that you will be able to remain neutral. I wish that this luxury will be reachable for more than just you. But I saw what the demons are capable of. I saw what they're willing to do. and they have been escalating the conflict.
When your own essence is unmovable, you cannot be harmed. But if your own essence is that of wanting, you will be corrupted. Surely your friends were not unmovable.
Of course, I definitely blame them for their falling. But I am...
Let me ask you a question. If a lion consumes a human child, is it the fault of the lion for satiating its hunger?
No, it is the fault of
Of
parents.
the parents? Precisely.
And I
You can't fault
feel...
a demon
And
for
I
acting
feel
like a
connected to these lands and to the people who are so easily corruptible. So this is all my fault that I let this happen. And I plan on doing something against that.
My point is, my friend, you can't fault an angel for acting like an angel, or a demon for acting like a demon.
No.
The demon will make... Put it this way. Do you think I'm a man that's strong or weak-willed? Please be honest. I won't be offended either way.
Of course you're not. I believe you. Why do you think I'm even speaking so directly with you? It's because I trust you. I trust in your wisdom.
Just today, before my wife was awake, a female demon requested I join her in bed. I refused. Not because she was unattractive, but because I'm a married man, and it would have been wrong to do so. Yes, I'm from a polygamous society, but I am not promiscuous.
Yeah. I see your point, and we can't really fault demons or angels for their nature. But it is in my nature to help those who cannot help themselves, and it is in my nature to protect those who I love. And these demons, they are a threat to them, and until they stop, I will remain my shit stirring.
Indeed.
Can you blame me for that?
Of course not. The way I see it is each person must follow their own path, no matter to where it leads.
Of course.
That's their destiny to follow.
And I fully respect your way of life. I don't mean to drag you into any conflict. That is not my goal. I'm just asking for any kind of support you are willing to offer, either to me or angels, if they're ever in need. Because although I am not the biggest fan of the angels, I still believe that if the balance of power tipped to their side, the humanity would be a bit more safer than if the demons would prevail.
I heard a rumor from a demon today that there is a new force that's after both sides.
That is indeed true. These lizard people from the volcano, these serpents. I believe they are fueled by vengeance. Apparently these books that demons and angels were seeking so hard, well, these books belonged to them, and whatever caused their uprising, the uprising of the lizard people, they are mad and they are multiplying, and perhaps they will even attack not only angels and demons, but also us, the neutral factions, and people.
Yes. I figured there was something about those books, which is why I specifically told everyone in the graveyard not to go after them.
Yes, indeed.
Wait, you're from the graveyard?
Yes. I'm in charge.
Mr. Shlomo.
Well, Mr. Shlomo here is playing a very dangerous game, playing both sides.
It's not playing any side. I think the witch doctor here can tell you for sure we take absolutely no side whatsoever.
He speaks the truth.
Even if one side would play to our benefit, we turn it down. In fact, Mr. Forrester offered us an alliance of power of neutrality, but we turned him down because we feel he might take a side. Even if it would
that's
play...
for sure. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. So, the witch doctor here, well, as he just said, we take absolutely no side and don't play any side against one another.
Speaking of King, I believe he was already forced into picking a side when the demons attacked him and his house.
Well, with him playing both sides, I meant giving the angels access to his library.
Talk about my library.
Knowledge should
Well,
be
I've-
accessible to everyone.
I've told even the witch doctor here the library is available to anyone, angel or demon.
Yes, indeed. I visited that library. It is beautiful and full of resources. I believe you would love
What
it,
library?
Ulfriga. This gentleman is the leader of the Graveyard Clan, and they have a beautiful library full of many resources. Although you may already be familiar with that knowledge, most of us in these lands aren't.
Oh,
He's talking
like I
about the
said-
Serpent Man.
oh, the Serpent Man again.
Not just the Serpent
Well-
Man, but about the origins of angels and demons too.
But like I said, the library has been offered to be open for both angel and demon alike, as long as they don't cause a ruckus there.
Yes, indeed. You need to keep quiet at the library. That is a rule that binds us all. The rule of psh.
Precisely. In fact, my keeper, when she took me in out of my slavery, she instilled into me one notion, the motto of the graveyard. The dead don't judge, neither do we.
Indeed.
Right? But the dead can't be angered.
Are you sure? Have you visited the unnamed city?
What is going on outside?
Sounds like an orgy.
As it goes to the unnamed city, I believe that is a cause of necromancy and sorcery. And there's a wolf in my way, as beautiful as it is.
It was a mutant attacking Grace. I got rid of it.
Thank you. I apologize. These lands are hostile from time to time. And these curtains are for one man only, apparently.
Yes.
I apologize
Well, you might
if
wanna move your
some of my comments about neutral factions earlier when you listened to me
But he's blocking the door with
caused you to be
Understand.
upset. It is that these times are, well, the conflict is escalating, and my patience is running thinner each day.
I think what you meant to say was people who claim neutral when they're clearly not.
Yes, of course. Or those who, well, are willing to switch sides in case they get paid off. These mercenaries. They are, well, they are not exactly honorable.
My pay for hire days are long behind me.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to clear it out. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to say something. That's all.
Of course. You can always talk to me. I appreciate your honesty. And things need to be cleared up from time to time. There are many rumors swirling around. And they can be our worst enemy sometimes.
Yes. There's no reason for the graveyard to get involved in any conflict.
Of course.
We bury the dead. We don't try to create the corpses ourselves.
That is only fair. And whether you like it or not, you're actually very helpful to either side that seeks knowledge. And I believe these demons, well, their ignorance is most of the time their downfall. Hopefully it will be the case here too.
Yes. I see what you mean. To be honest, we've only ever had one real demonic guest that'd like to visit, Mr. Shadow.
Yes, Mr. Shadow is unfortunately very charismatic and very smart.
Sadly, I was informed today of his passing.
Mr. Shadow died.
Yes.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that. Although he mentioned multiple times that he was on borrowed time, his life form was growing weaker and weaker. As an imp, he basically had an expiration date on him.
Yes.
Hey, Swamp. Although it is still sad. I had many hopes for him.
Yes, he expressed great. Well, never mind about that now.
Yes,
I had high hopes for him as well.
Before the Dehaka is stabbed in the face.
He seemed
I
to
hope
be
so.
a very like mind.
What do you think I've been trying to do? Yes, indeed. A scholar in heart. A lot of his humanity remained in this demonic form. I wonder if these angels are true. They truly believe that some of these demons can be saved, that they can be redeemed. What do you think about that?
When it comes to the redemption of angels, it makes me think of the story of the succubus. Do you know where the succubi come from?
Please do tell.
A long time ago, there was a caste of angels, believe it or not, that for the righteous man, a single kiss from this angel would give them every single one of life's pleasures in one instant, and they would get this before they die. Well, an angel of most righteousness decided to turn against the gods, and many of these other angels followed him. They wanted to take over a plane and create it into their own, thus no longer having to do only select people to give this pleasure to, but everybody. Why couldn't everyone share in this wonder before they perished? Not just the ones the gods seemed worthy, but give it to everyone. Well, they were able to, in a sense, achieve this. The gods did indeed put them all in this one plane. All these angels that rebelled that were of this nature. And
awesome.
they twisted and corrupted them with a magical fire.
The child in the
creating
background.
succubus, to where they could only experience pleasure through intimate means. And if the succubus chooses to repent and goes for several centuries of repentance, for every year that they were bad, they had to go through a year of good, abstaining from all pleasures. Then they could achieve their angelic form once more.
I see.
That's an interesting story.
Indeed. So there is hope.
But it's a conscious choice. And very few go through that particular process. You gotta think some succubi may have been doing what they do for thousands of years. That means they'd have to do thousands of years of penance.
From my experience, the one thing blocking these demons from possible redemption is the fact that they simply don't want to. They don't have any reason. They are content in their current ranks, in their current positions, with their current fellow demons. They don't want for anything else. They already have everything they wanted, and they feel deep connection to their leader. They would never dare to betray her.
As humans would say, loyalty is everything. Personally, I believe family is.
Yes, family.
Not always blood, but still.
Yes, myself, I was adopted. And my parents were wonderful for the time being. But,
You see this necklace I wear around my neck?
yes, I do. From the back, but...
The 3 teeth on it are actually vampiric fangs. I took them myself. Would it surprise you that my adopted parent, more or less, was a vampire?
Interesting. How did that happen?
Yeah. It was from my slavery. She took me in, She was my instructor.
But aren't we as a source of food for these vampires?
Well, she herself only fed on swine.
Twilight. Interesting.
She took great pain not to cause any harm to anyone.
She must have loved you dearly. As her own.
I like to think so. Yes. She often joked and actually said it was more as I was her grandson.
Oh.
And I protected her fiercely. It was thanks to her I met my wife, who stands behind me.
And your wife is definitely lovely, I can confirm that. She's been very helpful.
Yes.
And very loyal.
Yes.
I am glad to have a chance to actually talk to you about these stories, to actually learn something from you. It's very rare to actually find scholars who are willing to share this knowledge, and I feel like more and more these days people focus on secrets, trying to keep them to gain advantage in this war. I believe there is a... Go ahead.
I had a very unique life. As a slave, I was actually given a different opportunity than most would have in life. I was actually sent all around the world. And obviously in service to my master, but after the job was done, I spent most of my time in different libraries, fields of study. I may not look at it, but I'm nearly 5 centuries old.
Interesting.
And most of that time I spent in study.
A time well spent indeed. Miss Ulfriga, who might still be listening, is of a similar character. She might have something to contribute to this discussion, but I don't think she's around anymore. If she's listening, I would like her to join us. She is one of the rare scholars who are actually proud to display her knowledge and offer it to others. And I believe that's what we need the most right now. These stories that form characters, that allow us to resist these demonic urges. Because, as you might imagine, history is doomed to repeat herself or itself, unless we actually learn from it. So the stories like you mentioned about your parents, and many stories about the ancients that Miss Ulfriga knows about and like to share with me sometimes. I believe these stories will be the key element in this war of conversion. We need to make our kind, our people, more knowledgeable about these demons and their influence. I don't actually believe that any contracts that Mr. Styx is writing, I can't imagine that he gives them exactly what they want. I believe he just wants to get their souls in exchange for some weak promises that won't ever be fully fulfilled.
That's the unique thing about a demonic contract. It is to the letter. But you better make sure you ask very specifically what it is you want. You can't be vague, because the demon will give you exactly what you ask for. No more, no less.
Yes, indeed.
There are some things even a demon are bound to, such as the rules of a contract. Say you're starving, and you ask to never be hungry again. Well, you never asked to be hungry and thirsty again, now did you?
Yes. And one could hunger for other things than just food.
Precisely.
I wonder whether these disadvantages will pop up someday. There are many demons who I don't exactly consider to be smart, and I can't imagine that their contracts are foolproof.
Well, as foolproof as any contract could be.
Yes, indeed. And Mr. Stakes is a lawyer, so he definitely knows what he's doing.
I think you've heard me match wits with Mr. Sticks.
Oh, yes, indeed.
It was rather one-sided. Though he is rather good at what he does, I will admit.
Oh, yes, The fact that he actually hired you before even I could, and wanted to use you against me, that was a nice move, you know, hiring my own lawyer in front of my eyes.
I did not exactly take the job. The best thing about being neutral is you can pick your own clients.
Yes, indeed. Well, unfortunately, the lawsuit isn't really happening because these clients, they apparently die before they can manage to file these lawsuits against me. And now that Mr. Shadow is dead too, there is no one to really follow up. That's why I've been trying so hard to make Miss Trix a bit riled up.
You kind of get how that sounds, right? All the people trying to sue you end up disappearing.
Yes, indeed. Sounds like we have a motive.
It sounds like you're getting rid of the people trying to sue you.
Oh, don't worry. I accept all responsibility, including for their disappearance. I have proudly mentioned multiple times that I was the one who killed Sparky. And perhaps I killed Shadow too. Who knows? We can't really rule it out, can we?
Did you indeed kill Mr. Sparky?
Well, I made him blind, and he was already stupid. Wasn't really hard to get rid of him. What I'm trying to do here is to make these demons angry. Because when people get angry and riled up, they tend to make mistakes. And that's exactly the opportunity that the angels need right now. I haven't harmed anyone. Well, this mask prohibits me. But I still have some tools in my toolbox.
You know what might help the angels?
Yes?
If they tend to care more about the practice of the soldiers rather than how they dress.
Yes, indeed. I believe they've been increasing their sparring efforts.
You know what I think the demons swell in number?
Do tell.
The irony being that the demons are given much more free rein to do as they please than the angels.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, personally, would you rather side with a group that says, simply support our cause and you can do as you wish? Or a group that says, support our cause and do as we say, and there is no individuality in the grand scheme of things? Not my personal opinion, just what I've heard over and over again.
Certainly. However, when you actually compare some of the individuals in these factions, they don't feel like they are bound to some direct ideals or some rigid rules they need to adhere to. Look at Mr. Onyx, the angel. He is basically an idiot, doing whatever he wants.
But again, look at the Oathbreaker who left the angels to the demons.
Yes, indeed, there is no doubt that these demons have a much more efficient recruiting strategy, and they offer many, many more, well, freedom and pleasantries in joining their faction. But I believe that these people and angels who are joining demons are doing it out of ignorance. They don't realize that, well, the things that are worth fighting for, they aren't exactly easy.
True.
And in the end, they will pay for that, one way or another.
We all meet our own fates in the end, depending on the path we've chosen.
Yes, indeed. We have Ulfriga, Ulfric, and... Do any of you have anything to add? I apologize, we've been leading this conversation, perhaps too focused on one another, but we have many wise people around who would certainly be contribution to this discussion. Share with us your sentiment and your feelings.
Dami is fine. Dami is Dami, so Dami will stay to serve who she serves. But Dami,
Isn't that strange? She's got the word Dom in her name, but she serves whoever she's told to serve.
Dami serves one. Only one.
Kind of like a conundrum.
Makes
Dami
you
doesn't
think.
get it.
Hmm.
Who do you serve,
I think
Dami?
the angels and the demons are starting to actually see there's more than one god in these lands.
Oh yes, these lizard people. Sorry, go ahead.
Dami serves Darketo.
I see.
Who is a goddess of these lands?
Yep.
Exactly your point, Ulfriga. I see. Yes, they were blindsided by this attack of lizard people. Perhaps if they paid more attention to their studies and to the old gods, they might have expected that these books would awaken them. And exactly as, well, this gentleman said, it wasn't wise, perhaps, to chase for these books.
The chase for the books isn't the problem, I don't think. I think it's disturbing one's home and their habitats that's causing the problem.
So you're saying we should avoid the volcano at all costs?
I'm saying they shouldn't have messed with people in the volcano in the first place.
Perhaps.
It's like, how do you put it? Even the dead can be disturbed.
I'm afraid it might be too late. I believe they already were awakened and disturbed.
Possible. I mean, if you go and you disturb someone's peace, you're bound to have someone come at you.
True that.
Disturb the peace of the volcano. Now the serpent men are coming after them.
Truth be told, the Serpent Men were always coming. They just had no power to do so.
Truth be told, they've always been here. They're the natives.
Not entirely true.
Ooh.
You wanna bet?
The serpent men were invited in by the older ones and given permission to live in the volcano.
Perhaps you should go to the Tower of Bats and read a certain stone. They were here first.
I have been to the Tower of Bats.
Read it again then. They clearly say the serpent men were here first.
Ooh.
To truth be told, it was a certain god that created these lands himself.
Not my wolf.
That one seems rather strange.
Is there any chance that this God is the Almighty Father that the angels are speaking of?
No. It's Dagon. Dagon created these exiled lands.
And who created Dagon?
Hard to say. I didn't get a chance to talk to him that long.
Yes, indeed. We might want to ask him.
Yeah, let me just grow some wings and a halo and pray for his response.
Please not. Hey, wait a minute. Then I get my angel wing, angel feather pillow. Yes, please do it.
You could always ask his son.
And who would his son be? Which one?
The giant fish that resides here?
Are you talking about Dagon?
Yep.
So you're saying Dagon was created by God?
If I'm going to be honest, creation is a strange thing.
Indeed.
One thing, balance is to be made. Therefore, things needed to be created. But in those balances, destruction needed to happen. These lands are just that. Someone made a paradise and it needed to be destroyed.
Interesting theology.
It is interesting. You're claiming the gods that these angels believe in is the same father to the demons and the same father to all the gods in these lands.
Not the father to my god, I'm afraid.
Not the father to mine either.
Beg to differ on the father thing.
Didn't you just refer to one of them as a son? That means father or mother.
Only respect. Or else the filth worship my mistress would be something of cousins to me, and I don't want to think of that.
In the end, we are nothing but mere mortals. We don't really know the truth. We can only speculate about the origin and history. And perhaps there is truth out there somewhere, but I don't think we will live to see it. What we need to do right now is to survive this war, this conflict.
I didn't know there was a war. Apparently, and they were all hunky-dory and friends.
Well, isn't that how all wars start?
Usually it starts over land, money, or a woman.
Yes, indeed, and this land is being contested currently by
Yep.
two factions.
But to be honest,
And us.
I see them getting along more than anything. Just recently, after this whole book thing, did they start to get snarky with each other.
Yes, indeed. Things have definitely been escalating, slowly but surely. And angels, well, they are getting slaughtered. And devils are definitely getting the upper hand of the conflict. As you might see, it is getting quite dark. And it stays the same for much longer than it used to. Just one of the signs of demons winning this war. Or whatever you want to call it. A kerfuffle, maybe. And they are gathering an army. And I believe that these demons will strike, and they will strike hard once they are sure of their victory. Once they have enough of followers and acolytes and imps in their ranks. They want their victory to be assured. At least that's what I believe in.
Well, at least they're transparent with what they want.
What about the other option you did not consider?
What do you mean?
Why would a demon leave its own realm? Not because obviously their own realm is not so wonderful they'd want to come here.
Oh, well, I mean, if heaven is paradise, why are angels here?
According to the angels, they were sent here. According to demons, they came here.
I believe they came here
Well,
for
that just
food,
means
primarily.
Angels can't leave well enough alone.
Yes.
would it make not more sense for the demons, if they indeed have the upper hand, to just draw out a stalemate so they could keep the status quo forever, so they don't have to go back where they come from? Or make this place they seem to enjoy like the place they came from?
All I'm saying is they're pretty transparent with what they want.
Of course.
I believe
I
these...
like honesty.
Yes. I believe these demons... Well... They want angels to suffer. Of that I am sure. Just look at them when they're interacting with them in the city. They don't just want peace and feed on our souls. They want to destroy them. Eventually. I may be wrong, but their intentions, well, they are written in their words. They may not be direct with their motivation right now, but I believe they shall reveal their true intention soon.
But the demon, they've already discussed those true intentions. Like I said, they've been pretty honest with me.
Yes, but...
Yeah, they're pretty straightforward with what they want, typically.
Yes. They don't really have anything to hide. They are quite self-assured. Unless you insult them, of course, then they become just whiny little bitches.
I mean, both sides could have hidden agendas we are not aware of.
Of course.
Indeed. There is nothing more dangerous than a group of people that claim to have a righteous cause, because anything they can do could not be wrong.
Like angels.
Precisely.
Right? Apparently the angels believe everybody's coming here to breed, including themselves. So,
Witch Doctor, I will tell you one thing. There's
right, we're
very
a breeding
little...
ground.
There's very little scarier than a person, angel, or otherwise it says, I do what I do because God told me.
Yes, indeed. I share the same fear.
Regardless of whom that God is. Depending on the orders of the God especially. But if the group seems militant, then clearly it is something to fear, even if they look righteous.
There is indeed nothing more scarier than such a resolve.
For the demons, you get such a word as a massacre. Yes. But for angels, what's the different word you get? A purge, a cleansing. Ultimately the same thing, just worded to sound better. Oh, and don't forget the smiting. The holy wrath, the righteous fury.
Yes, I see your point.
Which is why we stay neutral. Same, different words, same thing, same results, depending on their viewpoint of somebody else.
You know what I call it? I call it a whole lot of bullshit.
I thought that's what I pretty much just said.
Yes.
Yeah, you just said it in different words. See what I mean?
Exactly.
She just offered a brief summary, and I completely understood. And I see your points, and you might call me crazy, but I still believe that in order for us to reclaim control of this world, we must make these uneasy alliances with those who we may not share all our ideals. And there might even be some very big differences between us and how we do things. But we don't really have a choice. There is too many of the demons and too few of an angels.
That's the problem right there, Doctor. The words you just chose, control of the world. It could just be shared. Why must it be controlled?
Demons don't share. At least not from what I've learned about them. Angels,
And would an
however...
angel,
Angels,
would
however...
an angel share with a demon?
This might be a good question to ask them directly. I am not an angel. But...
I pose the question to you since you seem to be more aligned with their way of thinking. Do you think the angels would share with the demons? In your personal opinion?
the angels I have met, they don't really care about the control of this world. They were sent here, maybe even against their better judgment. They were sent here to follow the orders of their Almighty Father. I don't believe they are here to reclaim the control of this world. Perhaps restore some sort of peace or balance to get rid of the demonic threat. At least that is my hope.
But if all the demons are gone and just the angels are here, isn't that a throw of balance in the opposite shift? The world needs a mixture of both, Doctor, not just one or the other. Darkness cannot exist without the light.
Maybe, but there are different shades of grey. And I would prefer the one on the lighter side.
Indeed.
Let me get this straight. You say the angels were sent here to get rid of the demons. So if all of the demons are gone, wouldn't the angels go back to heaven?
That is my hope, and that's what I heard.
It's been my experience. Once someone has a hold of power, they don't typically let loose easily.
So the best way to bullshit the bullshit is to be the better bullshitter.
Pretty much.
The worst outcome is that, well, the angels will be the winning side, and when the demons are destroyed, well, even if they reclaim the control over the earth, not much will change for us. But if we...
That's where you're wrong, Doctor. If the angels take full victory, and I mean full victory, and they have control, would they not insist on people seeing things their righteous way, since clearly they were just in the victory?
Perhaps.
I'm with Shlomo on that one.
So what is your proposal then? To just sit and watch what will happen? To just ignore? Apathy? That is what you're proposing? To let the demons and angels
I say we
fight?
spread a whole lot of bullshit.
If the angels and demons choose to fight each other, they choose to fight each other. If they choose not to fight each other, they choose not to fight each other.
So it's all about choice.
Exactly.
Well, you made yours, I made mine, and we will see where it gets us. I don't really. This might come as a surprise, but I can't really see the future. I cannot promise you what will happen. I don't want to propose any false hope scenarios. I am not that wise. But I have seen the ways of demons, and I have seen the ways of angels. And I made my choice, depending on that. I don't want you to follow me blindly. I want you to make your own judgment about the current outcomes.
My point is, I've heard stories of entire towns that simply paid off a demon. It left. Then there are entire cities and nations that simply did not bow to the god of an angel, and the entire place was destroyed.
And have you shared this story with the actual angels in these lands? Have you asked them yourself? What would be the point? Well, maybe you will learn the truth. Not everything that is written or discussed as a rumor is the truth.
My point is, Doctor, even if the cities or nations were ruled by truly evil people, was every man, woman, and child in the city and the nation equally to blame? Why not just kill the ruler? Why smite every single citizen? Because their cause was just. And because their cause was just truly, they could not have done an ounce of wrong. Now, saying that, I side with neither angel or demon. Because demons can do the same thing. But typically when a demon does evil, it at least tells you why.
So what you're trying to say is that...
Typically...
Yes. What you're trying to say is that you would prefer the demonic way. You would prefer them to win.
Oh no.
If you had a
I prefer
choice.
not. If I had a choice, I would have both just go home.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do too. I just hope in a more optimistic scenario that the angels will actually leave when this war is over. We don't know what will happen. We can just speculate.
My point is, Doctor, there is no side I would rather choose over the other, because both sides have their downfalls as well as their obvious benefits.
I see. My motivation is a bit more primitive. I can tell you how many people threatened to kill me, but I cannot tell you how many angels threatened to kill me. And I've been rude to both sides. We shall see how long I will live. And after my dead body is rotting in the ground, with demonic flames all over it, I wonder how you will react.
If you do die, I will mourn your passing. It's a shame to see anyone of intellect go away, Doctor. But my point stands. There is no true justification in joining either side. Because either way, you're involving not just yourself, but any of those who would care for you in a conflict.
And that is why I want everyone to hate me, and that is why I don't have any tribe mates. I have nothing to lose.
Clearly, people come to visit you, so they care for you.
That's because they're idiots. And I hate them.
So you're calling me an idiot? So you're calling me an idiot?
I'm just trying to prove a point. I actually love you, but yes. Don't ruin my point, please.
Choose your words carefully, Doctor.
Oh. Are you angry? Do you perhaps not like me anymore?
In my culture, if you tell a woman you love them, it means you intend on marriage.
Don't worry. I don't use the word love as something of a possession. Love means to me something much deeper. When I love someone, I want them to be successful. I want their goals to be achieved. I would sacrifice my life for them in order for them to be happy. That is what I define love to be. Not to own someone for my own goals. That is not love. That is lust.
There's a difference between love of someone as a wife and mere lust alone. You can have love for your friends. Does not mean you lust after them.
And that is what I meant.
Said?
Yes.
No. But if you tell a married woman that you love them, in my culture at least, it shows an intention.
I apologize. I didn't mean any offense. Or trying to imply that I wanted to be intimate with your
What
wife.
culture are you?
It's from a different land. And how can I fault you for being ignorant of my ways? Which is why I take no offense.
Of course.
Just as I am ignorant of your ways.
I don't have ways. I'm just Dehaka, trying to repent for my sins. Trying to, well, bring some balance, and perhaps even something good to this world. Aren't we all? That is why we're here, isn't it?
I'm here to bury bodies.
Of course. But in the end, you are quite helpful to society. So you are making progress. Doing something good to the world. Giving back.
We all do our own part in our own way.
Yes.
I say we spread a whole lot of bullshit, watch the cheese, and then watch them go after the cheese in the trap.
The damn freak. I'm so sorry. I wasn't really. I was RPing. I'm getting back to the chat. Let me see. I love how you're trying
But
to
I
get
will leave you
people
with one
against the demons,
question
and you're accomplishing
or a thought,
is getting people on their side. Yeah.
What if on the demon side, they're the righteous ones, while the angels are the evil ones? And what they think they are doing is just and right. What if they believe their God sent them on a righteous mission, and they're simply trying to do what they think is better for the world?
Well.
And what if God pooped on the world and said, look, it's a pile of shit, have it? There's a lot of
Precisely.
questions you can ask.
And besides, being righteous is very subjective. Because I
Yeah.
can strike you down because saying he's evil, I don't have to prove anything for myself. I did the right thing.
Exactly my point.
The question is, how does everybody plan to survive it if they're not picking a side?
The way I have every time I come to these lands.
Playing the gravedigger.
Playing the gravedigger.
What do you think my true intentions are? Just out of curiosity.
Getting yourself killed.
Well, that and you claim to want a balance.
And what would you do in my place?
If I were in your place, what I would do is stay out of it.
So if I want to get myself killed, I should just stay out of it. Ulfrica is quite right.
Ask you.
By the way.
Let me pose a question to you, Doctor. Do you know much of the vampire?
I know a few bits here and there.
Yes. Now, several religions and different laws will tell you that the lichen and werewolf, depending on what you go by, is nature's response to the vampire. Have you heard this?
I can see how that's possible.
A balancing act, you could say. Let's
Doesn't-
see if nature...
Doesn't change the fact that both are abominations.
No, I believe neither are an abomination. They simply just are. I'd say the vampire and lichen have the right to exist as you and I both.
Yes, indeed. But,
It's thinking of one thing as an abomination is the problem here.
here's the thing.
No, it's not. Depending on how you see it, that vampire came to be. Same as werewolf or wolf, so to speak.
Let's say you have a child who's forcibly, against his will, turned into a lichen. Is that child instantly a bad creature because he was forced to become something he did not want?
Oh, so you
So
go
who did
with
the
the
forcing?
lycanthropy.
Well, let's say the lichen was forced by others to bite the child down. Is that lichen evil because it was forced?
He could have refused.
Yeah, he had that choice.
But if its hand was forced, if its children were threatened, bite this child or I will kill yours.
Still a choice.
So we were talking about abomination being described as the origins of the creatures, not what they do.
Well, if you believe most origins, the lichen is an evolution, like the vampire was a creation.
That's what I'm talking about. Vampires creating through dark rituals, necromancy, and stuff.
If I may.
Now that you say that, my instructor was a vampire. A vampire who never harmed a human and fed on the blood of swine. In fact, she spent her life helping humanity at the great cost of herself.
If I may, posing these theoretical scenarios is always entertaining. It's even educating. We can find wisdom in these examples. But
It's not theoretical, Doctor. I was nailed to a table at the age of 8 and forcibly bitten by a lichen myself.
You are a different person now. And it is not relevant to this current conflict.
That's what he's going to tell us.
Right now we're dealing with a different issue.
Are we though? I mean, because the world has angels, demons, serpent man, lichens, werewolves, fae. We're all involved.
Yes, indeed. But we all have our different way how to deal with it. How to deal with this mess. I'm not trying to argue that my way is the only correct one.
No, your way is a death wish, we already know.
Perhaps you do.
Apparently my way is a way of an abomination according to the man on my right.
I believe we are...
You can't say you are perfectly human.
I was never human to begin with. My mother was half drow and half nymph. Both
what?
nature.
So,
half drow
eight
and half
creatures.
nymph. And my
Drow.
father,
What's a drow?
human.
A dark
form
elf.
of elf.
Yeah, okay.
And if a demon comes to your library, demands access to your knowledge, and bans any kind of demonic literature that could point out their weaknesses, how will you react?
If they demand, they can't come in. If they ask, they can.
And if they get offended and ask you to reconsider and tell you to ban all the angels and humans for accessing that library because it possesses forbidden knowledge, how will you react?
I'll tell them the same thing I would tell anyone else. My library is my library.
And if they threaten to kill your wife, what will you do then?
Oh, they can try.
They can try.
So if 10 demons with explosive barrels come and visit your house, what would be your solution?
The house and books can be replaced. I have copies.
And I also have explosives, so...
And we also have explosives, yes. Of a great number.
So you're not neutral anymore.
Oh, I am neutral. If someone comes to my property, where I live, and threatens my wife, and then my family, and they do not leave, and they attack first, we'll defend ourselves. But if they leave, we will not pursue, and we will drop the matter entirely.
Then we are in unison. I didn't really
But
start
if they
this
come
conflict.
back, if they come back and do not show any intent of harm, they're welcome to come as if nothing ever happened.
Of course, just like everyone is welcome to access my shop. I was very polite to everyone, until the demons started acting up.
But in the same note, we would treat the angels the same exact way.
Just as I did with the angels.
There's a book in my library on how to eliminate an angel, and Lucas had no issue with it.
How very neutral of him. For an angel. For a smiter like that.
Indeed. And I did inform him the library is open to anyone and everyone.
And he was an archangel, is that correct? Perhaps one of the
Yes, he
leaders.
Yes.
Was.
Doesn't that show you, at least, a bit about his character?
But in the same instance, I've had demons in my library and told them the books I'm bringing out are about them as well. And they've had no qualms equally.
Yet.
Maybe they just don't care because they already know each other's weaknesses.
Precisely. Do you honestly think creatures that have been fighting each other for millennia would not know each other's weaknesses already? And do you not think they would not just tell people who would side with them the same weaknesses?
I'm not disputing any of that. What I see currently is an imbalanced conflict, and I'm trying to help the side that is currently weak with everything I have. Because I fear that if one side prevails and gets too much power, then we will stand no chance.
There's one thing you do forget about demons. And it seems to be the one thing you're overlooking the most. Out of the angels and demons, which side do you think is more power hungry and would most likely turn against its own to gather their own power if the angels were no longer around?
Well, from the discussion with imps who consider us as mere food source, and whenever we, well, even look at them funny, they just dispose of us as garbage. I'm pretty sure you know my answer already.
My point is, Doctor, one of the main reasons why I don't see an issue is because if the demons win, I simply see them devouring each other for power over each other's houses.
Yes, indeed, but it will
You
be
honestly-
already too late for us. And I don't want this to
And
come
there's
down
been
for that.
turmoil on both sides.
Yes, I do believe some of my friends have even witnessed some of the demons actually fighting each other. Rather openly.
Yes, that was my hope. That's what I've been trying to do. Cause a little bit of chaos in between them.
But at the same time, that will just eliminate the weak demons and leave the stronger. And make the weak ones stronger as well. So you're left with, if you're doing it your way and not letting the angels and demons go at it, then you're simply just going to cause stronger and more obedient demons.
Maybe.
But
Or
why not let destiny
not.
and nature take its own course?
because I dictate my own destiny. I am the actor that still has a few tricks in his hands, and who can still, at least believes he can make a difference with his actions. That's the least I can do, and that's the thing I will try to do. With the little time I have, I won't stop. As I said, I have very little to lose. And I certainly don't fear these demons. But you are wise to do so.
I fear nothing.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay, what about if we just take your wife here away? That wouldn't be good.
Are you threatening to take away my wife?
You said you are afraid of nothing.
He's just-
I'm absolutely
Just
sure
pointing
she
out
is
what you
afraid
fear
of
the
that.
most.
But if you
Yeah.
mention it, that means you think it.
Of course I thought it.
So are you planning on taking my wife?
What should I do with her?
Ulfric the Womanizer.
I was just proving my point.
I don't
So
fear
you-
anyone taking my wife. If they're dumb enough to try, she will most likely kill them before they have a chance. But it will strengthen my resolve against said people.
See? And it's still underlying fear, like everybody else.
It has nothing to do with fear.
We all have something to fear,
Well,
in the end.
I've heard enough.
Yes, I believe there is nothing else we can contribute to this discussion. We have already drained all our resources, but it was most fruitful, and I am grateful for your participation and for your wise additions. I only hope that we all will remain safe through these trying times.
pleasure talking with you.
Yes, indeed. Pleasure as always, Ulfriga.
Oh, I
Dami
need to
missed.
to that new city.
Dami will always miss the faces that she used to know, but Dami meets new faces. So, if Dehaka does
Come,
leave, Dami will miss you.
Apparently I need to go
Thank
things
you,
out in the
Dami.
city.
I really appreciate that.
You can come with me if you want.
I will miss you too.
But Dehaka does make Dami laugh. Because Dehaka wants to stir the pot, did you say?
Yes, indeed. It's... Can you keep a secret?
Dami has no one to tell.
It's not the Haka who's stirring the pot.
Hmm.
Goodbye, Dami. Goodbye, mother.